Welcome, everybody. This is our demo of our presentation of our application tracker project, informally called InternIn. My name is Daniel Honore. My teammates are.
Nevin Yarangan Somu.
And Eliona Ghana.
Towards the description of the app itself, it's a student-focused application providing an engaging way for users to track their application statuses to various opportunities. It also provides a way for various students to share their applications with each other, as this internship journey is not a personal thing. It's better to have it with a group of your friends.
Yeah, and building off the description, the reason why we built this project is to build an intuitive and secure platform that helps students to, be able to track these applications and not just track these applications themselves, but doing so collaboratively with their peers, with their friends, and also being able to explore opportunities, make these internship searches more organized, actionable, and the whole goal of the project is for all of this to be community driven. And the vision of InternIn is to empower students to navigate, discover, and access, these vast number of opportunities that are available to them with confidence.
All right. So we're talking about like the tech stack we used. We used a lot of different technologies in this, starting with the back end, the backbone of it all, Flask. Why we use Flask is our project uses a lot of endpoints and routing, and we felt like after some research, we felt like Flask was the way to go compared to um, other frameworks like React, Vue, and what have you. We felt like Flask was also a good way for us to a good framework for us to learn together, and it was quite easy. It was quite easy navigating how to use it as beginners. Then for the front end, we used HTML and CSS with Ginger 2 templating, which is the web framework for Flask. It was actually quite an interesting journey learning how to use Ginger, and if I'd say, it made our front end a little bit easier. It's kind of like components we React with the extend function, but you can instead of using internal JavaScript, you use Python for like internal processes. So like if we ever try to like make some specific showings or some specific actions with Ginger basically allowed us to use our Python skills and display and show the project or display the project however we liked. For the database, we use Supabase. Initially, we used SQLite for local development because it was faster and quicker to use. But after a while, we switched to Supabase because so that everybody could have a central database to use. The problem with SQLite is that the databases were all different, and then we couldn't all make sure that we got the right changes. But Supabase is an online database widely recognized around the developer community, and also boasts of proper security. So we thought it was the wisest choice to use. For auth, we also use Supabase auth. At first, we used WorkZig security with password hashing, but we thought that since we switched over to Supabase, it was better to just have a central handler of authentication. So Supabase auth just handles the email, and we're working with just email and password login OAuth. But later in future, we're planning to use other third-party logins such as like Google, Apple, and GitHub. And then for the email notifications, we use Flask Mail for the welcome emails, and we use Supabase Auth for like the user confirmation and for password resetting.
All right. Proceeding to the landing page, this is the first page when you go onto our domain, which is internin.unreader.com. The first page, it shows the title of the app itself. It's InternIn. The name, it's bound to change at some point, but for now, it is called InternIn. It gives you a short description of what you would expect to get from the app itself. Through the description, stay organized, never miss deadlines, land your drip internship, and whatnot. And it gives you the option to start your free account if you're a first-time user, and the option to sign in as well if you're a returning user. It shows statistics of how many applications thus far that have been recorded-ish in the app itself, and how many students that it has helped thus far. And it's like a real-time statistics. As much as it grows, like with it growing, the numbers will also grow. So it's like a fully transparent of like how much impact this web app can do. It gives you a default, like it gives you a sample dashboard of what you expect to see before you enter the app itself. On the second section, it gives you the features, the at least the main, it gives you the main features of the web app itself, like the application tracking, which is arguably the main, the core functionality of this app itself. The calendar, which is a coming soon feature, it's not yet implemented, but it's something we have as our future work to do. Contact management, there's like it has a social aspect to it in the sense that you can add friends and you can share applications between each other, amongst each other, hence helping in the long run in this internship search journey. Progress analytics, this is given by the star cards that you'll see as we continue the demo of the app. Smart reminders, it will give you like notified about like upcoming deadlines, interviews, and follow-ups as the date comes. And also social features ties with contact management. It gives you like sort of like a credit or like a motivational section. It's built by students for students. It's a quote which we stand by as us who are beginners as well, and us experiencing this firsthand. We know how hard it is to like try to record it with the sheer amount of internships one has to apply to, and it might get real messy real fast. And we decided to do this so that we can help each other out. And yeah, it's all of goodwill. 100% free to use. It's student focused and it's an engaging way to manage applications. And at the at the very last point of it, it gives you the option to create a free account or sign in. Yeah. And at the very bottom, it gives you the contact support, the features you'd expect on the app, and yeah, that's it. Yeah. And the links to the social media of the app itself. Proceeding, we go to navigation. The navigation part, there's four main pages. When you after you first register or log back into your account, there's four main pages. We've got the home page, and we've got the calendar page, the friends page, and the applications page, which in order to go to all of the apps itself, you just click on the names itself. It highlights according to the active page that is being viewed. So as if you are to click on calendar, you go to calendar and calendar will be highlighted, the rest will be like grayed out. And the same for friends and the same for applications. When you hover over to the profile icon, it displays a menu which gives you three options to view your profile, view settings, or log out of your account. View the profile, it will take you to your profile page, and the view settings, it will take you to the settings page, and you can edit edit as you deem fit, or if you want to preview how your profile looks like, and if you also want to log out of your account. Yeah. Proceeding to the home page, the first page that will greet you when you log into your account. It contains a pleasantry message for the user, a welcome back Neville. That's a demo. The name itself, it will change according to the user itself. Responsive star cards just below the welcome message based on your application and correlating statuses. The total applications, interviews, offers, and pending, all these are dependent on the applications you make and how you consistently update it. So let's say if you add an application, let's say like you add 0 applications. If you add an application, that will automatically increment by 1. And let's say you've luckily got an interview, by good grace you've got an interview. Um, the interview start will increase, and so will offers, and so will pending. The pending one, that is if you've applied to the applications you've applied to and the applications you haven't applied to, which will be elaborated as we go on with the demo. Below that, towards the left side, there's a recent applications tab showing the latest 5 applications made. The applications, of course, with the sheer amount of applications you're making, you'd want to see the ones which you've made the latest so that you can track where you are or where you're at. And it will take the latest 5. So let's say like if you have 6 applications, the first ever application you've ever put into this web app, it won't be displayed. It will be displayed from like the second towards the last one, the latest 5. And with these applications, you can click on either one of them and it will take you towards the application details of that application. And there's another way to access them as we go on with the demo in the applications page itself, but that's like a quick way to get to if you won't want to do all that as well. Towards the right of it, there's a daily motivation tab with preloaded motivational quotes that change daily. Yeah, so like every day when you log on to that tab, it's meant to serve as motivation and it should be different with each day passing. Yeah. And just below it, there's a goals tab that serves as a checklist of what you want to accomplish. And when said goal is completed, it automatically moves to the completed section and gives you the option to delete it. Let's say you want to go like you want to make 3 applications today. Not today, or just like make 3 applications at some point. It will give you like your goal itself, and then there's like a progress bar that shows how far you've come to this goal which you've input. And when that goal is completed, it will automatically move to the completed section to show that yes, you have achieved this goal. Would you want to keep it, or do you want to delete it? And you add further goals. That's how the section works. And just at the very least below it, there's a quick actions tab that will take you to the different pages. With the options, yeah, it will take you to the different pages according to the buttons here. That's like another way to navigate to those pages instead of like the traditional clicking on the profile, the calendar, the friends, the applications. Here, it's a different navigation system to get to those pages. And moving on to the profile page, you get to this profile page by hovering over the profile icon on the first page you ever see. There's a view profiles option. This currently displays you as the current user. It displays your profile. And this profile is sort of like a mirror to what other people can see when they come to a profile, except for the recent applications. It will be further discussed along the road. It contains your name, a custom profile picture, your university, student classification, and major as the header of the page. That's the first thing you see. It also features a bio to display who you are or anything else whatsoever. If you want to put something motivational, if you want to introduce who you are in a nutshell, if you want to include anything else, it's all free. Basically, you're doing this for yourself and you're doing it for the people who would view your profile. Yeah. And it also has a notification tab just below the bio. It has a notification tab that shows if your friend request to someone else has been accepted for now. This is for now, it will just show that we intend to increase its functionality more into the future. But for now, we have implemented that, and just below it, there's a friends request tab that shows incoming friend requests from other users of the web app, and it will give the option to either accept it or reject it. Yeah, and after you've accepted it, it will go to the friends page that will be discussed later on. Towards the right of it, there's an application stats card, similar to the one which you've seen on the home page, except for this one. This one has a response rate based on how many of the companies you've applied to have responded to you. Let's say like you've applied to one and you've got an interview on one, that counts as a response, and that will include the percentage. It will kind of like, it's visually showing how far you've come. If you need to change something, if there's something, if you need to, I don't know, if you need to check back, yeah, if you need to check back to see what's going on with this application, maybe I should like contact them to see what's going on. And yeah, it keeps track of in that sense. It keeps on track in that sense. Moving on to the settings page, it has two tabs, the user settings and the app settings. The user settings, it's your personal information, your bio, first name, username, phone number, bio, and your custom. This is where you change your profile picture as well. And everything that you see on the profile page, it is set in the settings page. And below it, there's an education and profile. It shows just your academic info, like your university, your major, and your graduation year. And next to it, there's an app settings page. Yeah, there's an app settings page that will allow you to export the data. That will allow you to export the data that you've already had in your applications in a CSV format if you want to save keep it in a different location somewhere else. Yeah.
All right. So taking over from Neville, I'm talking about the applications page, application functionality, and some other features. So first of all, we have the applications page. This is where all your applications will be displayed. So as you apply, you will have this page is just dedicated to each and every application. You will be able to, each application is its own clickable card. So you can click on any application and it'll take you to the application details page where you will see the various details that are for that application, which will be shown in either in the demo. Then for the application cards itself, we have the status card, the status labels at the top left, which show the different status, and you can also search by status. So we have four main statuses. We have applied, assessment, interview. No, actually five. We have applied, assessment, interview, offer, and rejected, which hopefully hopefully we try to avoid rejected. But yeah, we have those. And we also have one temporary, which is copied. It is also a status with that is a part of a feature we will explain later. Then each of these status tags change as you edit the applications as well. But for now, this is just the application. This is what you will see on the applications page when you first get into the program. Moving on, we have the add applications page. Now, this, get the video to play. It's not playing. But add applications page, if you can look over to the bottom right here, there's a button here with a kind of like a notebook. When you click on that, that takes you to a page or a form where you fill in the application details, and that's where you put in the specific the specific details for the application you are trying to add to the system. In that page, you have various fields for the name of the name of the position, the company, the location, the 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 type of work, be it on-site, remote, or hybrid. You can put if there's a deadline, you can put that as well. We also put this. We also have. You can put the job description as well, just in case you want to remember. You want to remember what they were looking for in their job description. For example, you might get to the interview and then there are things that they might put in their job description. You just have to remember that, so like you know you like you're on the same page. You don't feel like you don't feel lost when they ask you questions in the interview. You have personal notes as well. For example, some applications might have specific requirements or some things that you probably want to learn after you apply. Like you say, oh, this place, they require me to have some community service. Remember to do some community service before so and so time, so you can check that. And like it's kind of like a constant reminder, just like to keep you like on the same page of what you're trying to apply to, so you don't fall behind. And then lastly, we also have visibility, so you can choose. This is more of a later feature, like if a later feature that we'll talk about. But you can choose if you want this application to be publicly available to others or just you alone. Some applications might be invite only, And then with the scope of this app, being able to be share opportunity with others, you might not want to undermine your when I won't say credibility, your professionality by sharing that private application to other people, even if you're not trying to hide it, it's just protocol. So you can choose not to show other people that. So that's why we have visibility. And we also have contacts. So let's say you have a contact inside the company you're applying to, you can save those contacts into the application. That way you can also track, let's say you want to um email somebody or cold email somebody like, oh, let me get a follow up on this opportunity. That information is already there for you. I mean, of course, you can always just save it in your phone, but this is kind of streamlined, so you know which contact is for which opportunity. So that's basically what the application page is meant to show. But we'll show more of that in the demo since the video. I don't know why the video is not playing right now. Then I was playing, but anyhow. Then the application details page. Now, when you click into a card, you're gonna you're gonna be greeted by this page, which is the application details, which is basically everything you filled in the add application page. So if you look at the video, you have the basic stats with the company, job location, the job role, and then you have a little button that says job description, which pops out a modal that gives you the job description that you copied and put into there. Then you have your notes as well, your personal notes, which like I explained earlier, where you have like specific information for that opportunity that you want to remember. You can edit that by clicking into it. And then below that is where you would have the contacts for those for that application. And just below that is the link to the application, just in case you want to just either go to the dashboard or just revisit or share the application with somebody else. To the top right, you have two buttons where you have edit application. That's where you can go in and put in the next actions like, oh, I have an interview next, or I have an offer next, or you can change the status from interview to apply to assessment. Just helping you with the tracking functionality. And then you also have delete an application, for example. Let's say you want to track, like you can just delete it completely from the database with the delete button. Um, I'm passing it over to Elian.
All right, thanks, Daniel. So on the on the landing page of InternIn, you see that there are social features, that are integrated into this web app, and that's where the friends page comes in. This is where the whole community aspect of this platform is built on, which is being able to share these applications with your friends, being able to have friends on this platform. And the friends page is, where all the friends that you have, that you've added, all the friends that have accepted your friend request, this is where you see all of them. And each friend that you have, they have their own cards. On their cards, you can see certain stats. You can see the number of applications they've put in, they've turned in. You can see the number of interviews they've had, and the numbers of offers that have come from all these applications. And this is actually updated, in real time based off of how many positions they've applied to, how many interviews they've done, how many offers they've gotten, and so on. And as more people use the app, as more people realize the benefit of this platform, that it's not just an internship application tracker, but it's an internship application tracker with social features. It will grow, and you might not be able to, like, what you can see on the current on the presentation. You can see there are just two friends. People can have a lot of friends. You can have 10 friends, you can have 50 friends, you can have unlimited number of friends. So being able to search for a particular friend is very important. Like, if oh, this guy who, or this person who you've added as a friend, and they've applied to they constantly apply to a lot of positions. You can simply search for them, and when you search for them, it's when you start searching, you don't have to click on search. Like, once you type in their name, it'll come up, their card will come up, right on top, and filter out all other names that aren't theirs. And each friend card is clickable, and when you click on it, you'll be able to view their profile. Their profile includes the applications that they've made. We'll get to that really soon. And also, top right, as you can see, the top right, there's an add friends button that allows you to that takes you to the friends portal, which comes up next. And then on the friends portal, you can see, this is where you can see every single person who is currently using this web app. So on the friends portal page, it shows, like I mentioned, all the existing users on the app, and this also presents it shows things like the user information, their school, their year, and you can be able to view their profile. Now, this is different from the actual friends page in the sense that if someone on the friends portal page isn't your friend, when you click on their profile, you have like limited access. You won't be able to see the applications they've made, simply because there's a reason why they they are friends. Friends, you can see their interviews, applications, their offers. However, the general user database of this web app, what this allows you to do is you click on their profile, and then you're able to send them a friend request. If they eventually accept your friend request, then you can see the applications they've made, if they choose to make it public. Like Daniel said, a lot of some opportunities may be invite only. Some you might be in an organization that gives you a specific link to apply for a particular position, and you don't want your integrity to be compromised. So in as much as you have to help others, there should, you do that with with caution. So yeah, being able to send users friend requests and view their profile before you actually send this request is a very big part of the web application, of the internship tracker. Yeah. um yeah, moving on to the actual friend profile page. Now, when you click on a user that has accepted your friend request, you can then see their bio. You can have the click on the links that they've added. You can add your on your personal, on your settings. You can add your GitHub, your LinkedIn, your Instagram, whatever social media platform you use out there. And uh, users or your friends can be able to click this link, and it takes them to that particular platform, your profile on that platform, and you can see every single detail about your friend. You can see their name, their profile picture, university, their year, major, bio, and all the applications they've made. And the good thing about having friends is not just to have them to, like, oh, you have 500 friends. Well, that's not the point. The point is, when you have these friends, you can see the applications you know the number of internship opportunities they've applied to and have made public. And you can add, you can copy that application to your own applications page. And when you copy the application, after copying it, it shows as copied, right? So you don't forget, you don't add the application to what you've applied to, thinking you've applied to it. Until you apply, it shows as copied. And when you do apply to it, you can update the status of the application to applied. And like I mentioned earlier, it helps prevent any confusion as to which one you've copied and applied to, compared to which one you've copied and not yet applied to. So that's really what there is to it about the friends profile page. You can search the applications. You can search, if there's a particular company that your friend told you he applied to, but you haven't seen the application go live yet. If they've added to their applications and they've made it public, you can easily come down, search for it, and the internship application will come up with all the details you need, the application link, job description, name, and everything else that Daniel mentioned. So credits, this application will not have been possible without a lot of, open source, public libraries where we're able to, I mean, all the frameworks we use, the libraries we use, the programming languages we use, all these things, are where, were contributed by others. So we special shout out to them, thanking them for all their effort, that made this application possible. It includes the icon, the graphics, the font, every single thing that went into this application that we were able to get from the web. We're saying a special thank you to them in the credits page. And finally, well, not finally, but another feature that's going to be coming soon is the calendar page. As you can see right here, it clearly displays like coming soon when you click on it. So the beautiful thing, or what we're trying to work on, is that you should be able to, like, the deadlines, the interviews that you have coming up, you should be able to integrate them to your you should be able to have a calendar where you can view them. Like, oh, this is the month. I mean, currently this is the month of August. You should be able to see, oh, you have these interviews coming up on these dates based off the information and based off your applications that you have in the database of the web, of the internship application tracker. And it's still in the works. It's being worked on actively as we speak, and should go live soon for every single user to have access to it.
Right. So that's the last page. The next thing we're gonna move on to now is the live demo of this. This was just permit me to say, the fancy part, just the professional part. The next part of this will be the live demo actually showing how the the project works. So